Okay, this is Darren Anderson. We purchased these paddle boards here just a couple of days ago, and really was struggling. You might notice at the top here I had some hooks that I'd stuck in the ceiling, and we were trying to use straps to hang the boards up, and that was just extremely difficult, very, very difficult for any one person to do. So I got to looking online and try to figure out, well, how are people storing their surfboards or paddleboards in this case. And they don't generally make a distinction too much between them, other than these paddleboards are fairly larger, generally speaking, and certainly a lot thicker. It doesn't mean they're just a huge amount of weight. I think they're probably in the 20 to 25 pounds. So it's just they're really. I mean, any one person can pick them up. They've got a handle on them and everything. But the reason I was making this video was to show you the rack that I made. I looked online and essentially saw a single rack for like $60. Very, sturdy and everything, steel and all that, but I just didn't want to pay $60. So I went up to Home Depot and I purchased, and it's still a mess. I just finished, but I thought I'd go ahead and make this. I purchased this, what I believe is 2 3/4 inch pipe. I believe that's correct. 2 3/4 inch PVC pipe. I really wanted something thick and sturdy. Didn't want to take any chances. You can see I had a prototype there of the 3/4 inch or 1/2 inch, sorry, pipe, and that was way not too sturdy. So at any rate, and then the other thing I purchased, which was very important, was these, I believe these are like 4-inch lag bolts, because you really need to make sure you're getting all the way through the PVC pipe, and you're looking to get through the sheetrock and into the stud very well. And that was a beast to get in there, but it worked very well. This is an example of a prototype, or where I was working on it. Essentially, I drilled some holes for some really small screws. I didn't drill a hole big enough for the bolt itself because I wanted it to have some grip on it. I know I got a lag bolt that doesn't have any grip on it anymore, mostly, but it did do a pretty good job. So let me take you up top here. So this was some of this was God's blessing and when me doing it. But essentially I've got 2 lag bolts all the way through the studs here. I found the studs first, marked them off, made sure that I found the center of the stud because I didn't want to drill it or grind into half of it and have it come out easily. And then I bought these, let me go back over here, sorry, I'm taking you around quite a bit. I bought these T-square looking things. It's not really square, but it's a T for the pipe. And I got all this at Home Depot. And so essentially what I did is I put all this together. You got to prime it up and do it like you normally would PVC. You want primer and glue. If you're not familiar with PVC, just go up to Home Depot and tell them you want to glue some pipe together and prime it, and they'll give you this purple stuff, and a green can and a purple can, and that's what you use. But you can see it right there. I essentially just I pre-drilled the holes, marked them. I drilled them all the way through. I used a drill bit to at least drill all the way through the drywall so I could see where they were going to land at, because I didn't have a good way to mark it. And then I hooked everything together, and then that was the first one. The second one I added on, as you can see, I actually had a drill hole there, and there's a drill hole in that one. I don't know if you can see it. But I've only got 1 bolt in that one because those bolts really are just powerfully in there. But this is holding up. I mean, is it shaky a little bit? Not really. Is it flexible enough for my kids to be able to get it off? It is. This is a little bit of a concern for me. I got it just a little bit close, but I noticed that if I push it all the way up there like that, then it's off of it. Truly a blessing. In fact, I'm going to scoot it back some more. If I wanted to, I could offset them so that it's just hanging over the edge a little bit more, but you can see now it's not touching it. So that's pretty cool. The exact measurements, if you're interested, let me know. I can measure everything out for you. Honestly, I kind of just guessed at it. I saw some stuff online, and I knew that I wanted this one long piece to be at least as long as the board, or almost as wide as the board. The length of it was really just me trying to work around this thing here, and then the stupid bike, sorry honey, this bike rack my wife got that she really wants, and it was just a pain in the rear for me to work around it. Plus we've got a canoe that I knew that we had hooked onto this hook right here, so I was trying to work with all that. So that's really what I was working with. It wasn't much more than that. You do want to factor in the fins on those. You don't want to have to take them off every time. That's a pain in the butt. But very, very cool. It came out very well, very sturdy. Things I probably would change is that if you look at this, you'll notice that the left side is pretty straight, and the right side is actually pointing out diagonally. I probably should have done that just to give it, the ability to adjust the boards a little bit more, just to, as far as sliding back and forth, just in case the fin didn't match. So that's probably something I'd recommend. So essentially I'd have it pointing out that way, almost like, you spread, instead of like straight, I would have it spread out further, like my fingers just were. So at any rate, I just thought I would show you this. Again, if you're interested, let me know, and I will send you some information about it, at least the measurements and stuff that I used. These are 11 by 4 or 11 by 6 boards, I believe. Pretty big. So anyways, all right. Thanks very much.